This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
Today is one of those shows where I'm listening for my son because it's for the men, and you want to tell them what to quit if they want to achieve their full potential.
Yep, and the way to move from boy to man has been vague and misty. We have not been shown the way because you don't have many upright men. Most men are crooked. They are falling under their own addictions, under their own weaknesses. And they trumpet that as the lifestyle. But when you look at it, you pity them.
Yeah.
Somebody who can't stay away from the bottle is trying to advise you about life.
Yeah.
You take young men to be initiated, and then they're being spit at with alcohol to initiate them. They're being brought women to sleep with to initiate them.
Yeah.
They're being taught not to go to kitchen, not to greet women, not to greet their mother, no, not to learn life, not to learn a life skill like cooking, as if it's a feminine thing. Just life. You'll be in college. The world today, you are by yourself. It's capitalistic world. Forget that social setting that back then. Nobody's there to cook for you every time.
Yes.
Sometimes even married, but your wife is down with your towel.
Yes.
She's very heavy with your towel.
Yeah.
You die there of hunger because you don't go to kitchen.
You know, when many women, when they're newly pregnant, they can't stand the smell of onions.
Yes. It can't yet show, but it's the most dramatic. That first trimester.
Yeah.
Only you and her know what is happening.
Yes.
As she's smelling things 1 kilometer away. You do not brush your teeth.
Yeah.
It's 1 kilometer away.
Yeah. Yeah.
This, where we are now, we don't have teachers. Teachers are few and far between. The men who are just being real, authentic, loving their families, anchored in their principles, living out their life out there, pouring out their essence, being there for their partners, raising their children lovingly. They are few and far between, and they are muted. Society does not give them microphone. They are not entertaining. We better talk about the boy child has failed. We better talk about the one who has committed suicide. The man who is there for his children, you only hear it from the children. The ones who don't have real audience to trumpet agendas are the ones who tell you about the good guys. We are bringing this up to help men find their way without following the masses, where you're being told, come drink at the table of men, as if men are just drinking.
You know? Yeah.
As if to be a real man is about drinking.
Drink, yeah.
You know? And this sick, pathological philosophy that has been pushed down our throat, it has become so pervasive. People must fight to go through. So we are talking about those things that you do early, or as soon as you learn them as a man. And the first thing you do is to quit the pack and find real partners. Many men have a pack of boys, the boys club.
Yeah.
And it's never men, it's just boys. Because they do cheeky, childish things, just for relaxing, but many of them is not how deep they go.
Yeah.
I only had one group of boys calling Rathia boys. They left when they were young.
Okay.
Rathia, where they came from.
Okay.
To come and buy properties in Nairobi.
Wow.
And they bought many of them. Today they are all already, many of them are dead. They were just 0 3.
Oh.
And they built an empire of investments. But they call themselves Rathia boys because we're young.
Yeah.
Yes, you can have a boy club that is progressive, but a lot of time we use boys for indulgence, for fun, for relaxing.
Yeah.
I want you to quit the pack. Forget following groups. Forget being in a crowd. Forget doing what is trending.
Yeah.
And find a partner who can carry you to where you need to go. That guy you are reminding me who said he was sick for so many years because whenever the healer comes around, there's nobody to take him to the healing.
Yes.
You need a person who can take you to solutions, who can speak you to encouragement, who can speak you back on your feet, who can lift you, defend you, speak up on your behalf, encourage. You need a person who can lift you up.
Yeah.
The point here we are saying is you do not go far when it's a crowd. Crowds need a lot of groupthink. They do what is pleasurable. When it comes to tenacity, staying power, it's one person in a big group. If you carry a group, you won't go. In fact, many doors to your next level are very narrow. They only need you alone, or with just a small clique of people who could band together and fight it through. Stop thinking that to be okay, you need to flock with the boys. drinking from this club, or just overspending time in this church, going to that crusade over there, just this party there, or just stories. Don't just waste so much time in stories. You forgot about your people. That it's the only Saturday, it's only Sunday, it's the only weekend you have for your children.
Yeah.
And you spend time talking with each other for 10 hours all the day, and you don't know when to where, and you're coming late.
Yeah.
And your children are just passing right under your nose.
Yeah.
The years are passing, and because you're not, somebody said, how you treat children when they needed your shelter and food will reflect in the way they treat you when they no longer need you.
Yeah.
So this time when they're dependent on your love, your presence, your guidance, your friendship, they are reading, they're getting to learn how much you value them. The day they are free, that will reflect. And we're not saying when you do right, they'll always be friends. We are saying many children will reflect how you raised them.
Yeah.
When you're in a park, you may never encourage each other to be home for family.
Yeah.
But when it's one person, you can ask each other about what we are doing in our lives. When it's just two people, you can think about investments.
Yeah.
About what your boys, the initiation period is when boys are thrown into bad things.
Yeah.
Because you try to look for any kind of male to mentor them.
Yeah.
How you can think, what are we showing our sons? What are we showing our daughters? Which direction are we guiding? These things you not find them in a crowd. Is that person you can converse, and you can brainstorm productive, progressive ideas, and you can believe on a higher level.
Yeah.
Among those partners, I want it to be your partner, your love, your wife. I want you to move back to your partner. Somebody said they used to wonder why people, many times they withdraw from crowds when they get married. Until they realized, you realize after you find the right partner that all those things you've been looking for in come and go friendships, shallow relationships, you can find them in this one person.
Wow.
Dependability, deep conversations, easy fun, relaxing, no tension, consistency, support, love.
Yeah.
Many times we are trying to really window shop for those things in small bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Before, when you marry the right, if you marry right, that person becomes one in many things.
Wow.
And they become your forefront, the most corresponding person you're corresponding with, you're talking with constantly.
Yeah.
There is no friend who can come closer like your partner. If you marry right, that partner is closer than your mother, closer than your friend, closer than everybody, because you correspond to everything, you encourage it, and you can be vulnerable, totally vulnerable.
Yeah.
You can cry. You're a man, but you can cry to your wife and she won't change her view about you. If you marry right, she will even feel happy that you can express. We are not saying you're always breaking. You are still a leader anyway. You are not always breaking and causing chaos. If the CEO is crying, the company is finished. If the CEO is finished and you screaming, that's not how leaders cry. They show feelings without losing everywhere, and they are rolling all over the floor. Now they are finished. How will other people cry? If that is the principle, how will Form 2 behave? It is finished. So, yes, you are the head, but you don't have to be tough or hard or hiding or suppressing your feelings. This is your partner.
Yeah.
You can lead together. In fact, sometimes they can hold a fort. They can really stand in place as you take a breather and you come back in charge.
Yeah.
Many times you face discouragement together. Really, one of these days I want to focus on discouragement. Discouragement is a simple word, but it contains so much. It means deflation of energy. When you are charged, ready to do something, to go after, to take risks, to exert energy, what discouragement does is it punches a hole, and there is you lose, you become flabby.
Yeah.
You don't see the point.
Yeah.
You don't assert yourself. It's a very subtle form of brain energy drain. And you'll be surprised that when you marry right, even when you're doing life right, discouragement will keep knocking at your door. You won't feel yourself giving up. You feel yourself saying this too much.
Yeah.
What's the point? You need a partner who reminds you why we started. The only cure to discouragement is to remember the inspiration. The original inspiration becomes foggy.
Yeah.
Somebody was telling someone that sometimes when you cannot quite catch your inspiration, just remember your investment. When you can't feel motivated, remember how far you've come.
Yeah.
Will you waste all this?
Yeah.
Will you give up all that energy?
Yeah.
Will you, what now? When you've built so much momentum, there's an interruption, now we have collapsed on the road. Will you quit and say, forget the journey? You say this can only be an interruption, not termination. You are going to say, come what may, this cannot be the end.
Yeah.
Come what may, I cannot die here.
Yeah.
I must move on. Now, a lot of times when you're building business and you're depending on support, like many times you've been using social media, and the social medias are owned by people very far away from you.
Yeah.
And then you build your asset there, major following, group shop online.
Yeah.
Then you begin to suffer problems and you can't access the people who own that website. Because they're very far away from you and they make contacting them very difficult.
Yeah.
They take you in circles. They don't want. It's like you're a bother. You are customers, but you're a bother.
You're a bother. It's unfortunate. And, just a short detour. Probably it's a call for Africans to create their own platforms.
I think it's time.
Yeah.
Because if you have customers, you can have regions with customer care assistant.
Yeah. It should not be so hard for me to just call you in this day and age.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they can have categories of people access, the way you have platinum, or even if they want you to pay, many people don't mind.
Yeah.
Do you want to pay some premium for customer attention?
Yeah.
In case of incidences, we're able to access you.
Yeah.
But they don't have that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you are hit with discouragement, wondering, how long will I be independent on somebody so far away?
Yeah.
We have had pages that are hacked. They are hacked, it disappears.
Yeah.
And then they want you to pick on the drop-down list which page you want attention with. But it's not there. It's not hacked. So they keep taking you to a dead end. What can we help you with? Okay, select the page. But it's not there. Sorry, you did not select. Well, select from where?
Yeah.
It's not there. You meet discouragement in every front of life.
Yeah.
And if you give in, you can quit.
You can.
And then your work is gone. We were saying, a lot of times when you cannot remember your worth, just remember your work. Sometimes your self-esteem is not visible.
Yeah.
You are not presenter. You don't feel pretty.
Yeah.
You're bloody all over. The battle has really battered you.
I know. Yes.
You're not feeling pretty doing catwalking.
Yeah.
The battle is messy.
Yeah.
But you remember the work you've put in. You can't quit.
What did you say? When you've lost your worth, remember your work.
Yes.
Wow.
You can't remember your worth, just remember the work. Sometimes I just rise up because, no, my friend. No, I can't let this just go like that.
Yeah.
It must amount to something.
Yeah.
I keep going because I've come too far to quit.
Yeah.
It was easier to give up when I was starting.
Yeah.
But now, no, I'm going to die trying. My friend, we will fight.
Yeah.
We will fight.
Yeah.
I can't always, I can't promise motivation every day. I cannot promise that. Discouragement will knock at your door, asking you, why all this suffering? You can just live a quiet, simple life.
Yeah. Don't
mind anybody's business.
Yeah.
And then you remember that empty existence of eating.
Yes.
Even realize it can't even satisfy you.
You try to look at your other options.
You eat it, won't digest it because you're not living.
Yeah, that's true.
I tell you the truth, you drive on the road and a car will go to the bushes because you're not even there.
Yeah.
So your calling, you don't choose it, it chooses you.
It's
when
true.
You finally find your calling, you realize you're not always in control of it.
Yes.
It's in control of you.
That is true.
It dictates your happiness, dictates your peace,
yeah.
how you are engaged with life. And then it keeps, because what you're doing, if it is helpful, if it's impacting lives, other people hate it.
And then there are other people who love you and they're like, do you have to do this though? Like your mom or someone who really cares. You don't have to do this. You can
I'm
get
not
a job.
doing it, it's doing me. I can't separate myself from...
And then they're like, no, you just look for a job. You can't miss a job. You're so qualified.
It's just to keep you somewhere settled.
Yeah.
But you want somewhere significant.
I know.
Somewhere you feel like it's counting. And some of these difficulties remind me to just live once. I don't want to repeat life. I see people try to remain forever young. I live, please, I bless you. I can't wait for the finishing.
Oh, really?
I want to be done. Every day, go, don't come back. That day had difficulties. and good things. I don't want to repeat anything, any of it.
Wow.
Yes, I'm done with that part. When I remember the pains and the struggle, the sweat and the blood, I don't want to keep going back to that. What has helped me is to have those friends who give you perspective, and your partner is a first friend. Your partner is one who knows in detail where we have come from.
Yeah.
As a brother, don't be deceived to distance your wife and estrange her.
Yeah.
Put her very far away until she cannot know the inner operations. One guy got a stroke, but because he had estranged his wife and the stroke found him seated. He couldn't shout, couldn't call, and nobody was allowed to come to his room from this hours. From the time you bring tea, go out, disappear, and the stroke killed him slowly until evening. The daughter came from UK to find the father is the one who died on the seat. And he sat there in the morning. But nobody should disturb me.
I've heard a story like that, where a gentleman had a farm in up country and so big projects, and then the wife is in Nairobi. I think you need to do a show for retirees. There's a space there that is vague for them. So the wife is in Nairobi, but the man has projects up country, and he died, and it was discovered 3 days later. 3 days later. What does that mean?
They don't talk daily. They are not really together.
Yeah.
They're not. This distance was not just distance. It was a cover-up for estrangement.
Yeah.
Even if you are in Maralal, my friend, and we are together,
Yeah.
you go missing in action 2 hours,
Yeah.
a whole day. No.
And then you even have the neighbor's number and the other neighbor.
You know.
Yeah.
No way. If you love a person, you will even take the number of the soldier at the gate.
Yes.
At some point, you pay that as formality. You can call somebody.
Yeah.
I'm very bad. There's somebody I can't reach. Can you help? I will buy tea, no problem.
Yeah.
When you really care, when somebody is in your heart,
Yeah.
you do other things without being asked.
Yeah.
You find a way to help in case they're in a situation. This is
Yeah.
not surveillance or policing.
Yeah.
Just know life happens.
Yeah.
If somebody is in Nanyuki and I can't find them, by the time I travel so many hours to Nanyuki, you know, I know this person, I can find the other one. There's a border I want to carry. Oh, go to this house. Can you knock that door? Can you knock again?
You're searching in your M-Pesas because you had M-Pesa dashboard. So you're looking for the number. You call, say that.
When you are with a person,
Yeah.
and they are your friend, companion in life. Lillian, I don't want you to marry a lover, I want you to marry a companion. Lovers are many, as you said.
Yeah.
They really give you butterflies. I want
Yeah.
somebody who gives you real life,
Yes.
not just butterflies. You want a person who, yes, you love each other, but you are good for each other on the journey. Okay?
On the journey.
Okay?
Okay.
They make sure you're okay daily. That's journey now.
Yeah.
Check your mood daily. You together daily, okay? You share bad news fast with each other. Not with your mother. With your partner. You married, they should be the one to hear what went to south.
Yeah.
Major loss, major setback, major bad news.
Yeah.
Quit the group. Get a partner who's on a level. And get a friend who's on a level. People whom you resonate through life. Friends can tour and show me assets while I was seated at home. We found assets, come. They went, found a healer, came for their friend who was dying, saved his life.
Yeah.
This healer saw the faith of the friends, not the guy.
Yeah.
They did not tell you, but sometimes when you're sick, you can't even pray. I know you trust in your faith a lot,
Yeah.
but sometimes that sickness takes you out.
Yeah.
You're struggling to breathe. Just to exist is a struggle.
Yeah.
You don't even know what time, hospital rooms are funny. You don't, just lights. So no whether morning or
I
night.
know, yeah.
And computers monitoring your biometrics. So you lose orientation. You're asking people, what is the time? You've come. What is the time now? Oh, it's the morning. Oh, it's the morning. Which day?
Yeah.
You can't rely on yourself. There are times even money won't help you.
Yeah.
There are times even you don't know where we are.
Yeah.
Ask women about childbearing, and every woman has a story.
Hey.
Every
Yes.
woman has a story.
Yes.
And for many, it was a near-death experience, unfortunately, especially if you have pre-existing health problems,
Yeah.
because childbearing seems to tree all of them.
Yeah.
And they measure everything to check whether you can survive this.
Yeah.
What to put you through. Okay, there are people who get children seamlessly. You hear they're in the shampa.
Yeah. Yeah, there are people
Or in a farm. You hear that. There are no even labor pains. But just that experience of becoming a mother and journeying with that child and anticipating their needs and worrying about, they cry, you feel it, the child is very far away, but my baby is crying.
Let me tell you something else. There was a lady in the office one day who told me that her baby had not pooped for the last 2 days. I felt it like it's me. You cannot sit still when...
No.
Yeah.
Yes. You're watching funny things.
Yeah.
Watching poop. Huh?
Yeah, you're like...
You become a nurse.
Yeah.
You become so many things. You even know the names of the drugs.
Yeah.
And what doesn't react well with my child.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you are hands-on in some of these journeys of life, when you have a partner there who can help you hold the child, as much as men, sometimes you need a lot of training to hold.
Yeah.
Just to hold a child.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But when you have that person whom you know is for you, companion for the journey, not just a good mate for a night.
Yeah.
Companion. The other thing you should do as a man to achieve your potential is to quit the rat race and start building your legacy. As early as you hear this, quit the rat race. Rat race is the so-called measures of success that don't relate personally to you. To drive a Subaru or whatever car it is which your boys are driving.
Yeah.
To build this somewhere just to register your presence, mean to I'm around.
Yeah.
To wear this, do this, date this girl, show up here, play this kind of, belong to this club. The rat race of just doing what is popular. It is very expensive to buy a phone with all the capital you had just so that you can fit in.
Yeah. And then if something happens to that phone...
You're already shattered.
Yeah. So you've met people who, if you just move their phone slightly like this...
So you moved their heart.
Hey!
Because they have too much invested.
Yeah.
I can release young men the way I wish I was released early. When people are discussing girlfriends, you don't have to join the discussion.
Oh.
If that's not your season, you don't have to.
Yeah.
And you're normal. You know, I mean to them, you're not normal if you can't contribute to some debates. In primary school, there was fist fight. You must rank somewhere.
Yeah.
In the fighting, you defeat this, defeat the other, but you're not the coward.
Yeah.
There was no reward. I wish I knew that.
Did you participate?
Of course. Okay, I used to run home. I was
Be
very
honest.
Fast. I was very fast. I used to run home. So by the time they're fighting, I'm already home.
Oh, why did you run? You didn't want to be a conqueror?
I had chores to do at home and I wanted to finish them early.
Oh.
I also didn't want, we fight today, tomorrow we are whipped by teachers. So how many whippings? You were whipped by an opponent and you also whipped for fighting while going home. When I did the mathematics, it was not adding up.
Okay, just humor us. What did you do that was wrong, Benjamin?
No, they would corner me. Sometimes you fight because they corner you.
Oh.
Or they just come to bully you, you know.
Okay.
Sometimes you really have to
Assert
get
yourself.
out your claws.
Yeah.
Get in some trouble, but you also, you cannot be pushed around.
For
every day.
defense.
You know.
Okay.
So, as a man, you may find ranking of who can fight who. You may find ranking of who was the best, ranking of who can date, ranking who has conquered, who has slept with many, conquered, who can sleep with, ranking,
Yeah.
ranking,
Yeah.
rat race.
Oh, it's ranking is a rat race.
Yes,
Wow.
it's rat race. And I wish I knew it earlier. How much energy trying to sound normal, trying to prove that I'm also a man.
Yeah.
How much energy I wasted. I could have slept. If I was given the permission I'm trying to give young men today, I would have peaceful.
Some extra hours of sleep.
How many free hours we had in college or while growing up, and it was spent in boy group proving who is more updated about the Chelsea versus Arsenal. Things I don't even bear. They don't know me. Why am I memorizing them?
Do you know the late Bob Collymore? I remember Jeff one time asking him about football, and he just peacefully, calmly, I think it was the demeanor, unbothered. He said, I don't watch football. I have never watched football in my life. I was so blown away.
A high-flying CEO.
Yeah.
Man in all respects.
Yeah.
Self-assertive, self-confident. Okay, you may find that people are aligning behind this political affiliation. I don't know. At work, there are factions. Which faction do you belong? Which support? Have you heard this? What do you think you should come to our side? Support us on this agenda. And men spend time. You find them in the morning, very early in the morning at city center, gathering groups to give each other updates.
Yeah.
At this time when you can just get a newspaper and get the updates.
Yeah.
And you think you're abnormal, you're not interested.
Yeah.
Let me release young men. Quit the rat race and start building legacy. How do you build your legacy? Start acquiring assets, start learning finance, start learning real estate investment trust, start learning stocks, bonds, government bonds, start learning investment. Just those little books I would go to. Since I learned that, I started going my way.
Mm-hmm.
When I have free time, I go to a bookshop, just peruse what is the debate. My mentor said, if you just look at the titles that are coming up, you know where is the world going.
Oh.
Where is the bone of contention? So if the bone of contention, if you see so many books on this, that is actually now the next big debate. Just to know what is being argued about now.
Yeah.
And you can know which direction to take. Because those thoughts, he said, the thoughts you see in the books precede the inventions you find in the shops.
Wow.
They precede what you find in the street. They precede the decisions you find in the government, in leadership. That philosophy, that beliefs is what will determine the behaviors in society. And you can understand it from inside early. People start publishing research, but most people don't read the research. The research shows you what is empirical.
Yeah.
Gives you an informed insider view. Start building real knowledge. Start building finances. Start building relationships. Start seeking out masters to learn from. Start looking for gurus. Start looking for... There are many masters on an exit. Reinhard Bonnke stopped somewhere to connect a train. And he was going to be, I think it was London, he was going to be there for several hours before the connection. I think it was a flight. He was really going a long trip and he was connecting. To pass time, he walked around. Then he saw a home with a name he recognized and he couldn't believe it is the big evangelist he knew. It was an evangelist of previous era. Those who have retired, you don't even know they are alive.
Yeah.
But you admire them. They are big people.
Yeah.
So he saw the name. And he came close to check whether there's anybody at the gate to ask, is this the same? Is this the one? And the gate man said, yes. Do you have an appointment? He said, I don't have an appointment. Then he heard another voice say, let him in.
Oh.
Coincidentally, the owner was near the gate.
Oh.
When he heard a young man asking whether is very, very excitedly.
Yeah.
A college boy.
Yeah.
And he went there and found a very old man. He was in his 70s, but some people were down because of how they, maybe struggles of health. He looked very old, although he was 70s.
Yeah.
The Bible says David was so old. To check whether he's really alive, they brought a woman there.
Yeah.
And he did not touch her. Said the king is really dead.
Yeah.
As good as dead. He has no.
Yeah.
So, do you know they had one moment of interaction? And that old man poured his wisdom, poured into him, blessed the young man, encouraged him. It's like he was ignited. He put it like he was put on fire.
Wow.
3 days later, that man died.
Oh my.
He had in papers the man had died.
Yeah.
You have masters who are leaving the world. You young men, move around and look for them.
Yeah.
Bonnke attributed a lot of his energy to those encounters with the masters on their way out. But he had to be interested. He had to have read them and to know them and to be curious.
Yes.
Then fate would arrange so that he's just near the gate at the time you're passing by and asking.
Yeah.
That's how you build your legacy, young man. Don't try to buy a car when you know you should be starting a chicken farm.
Wow.
A chicken project.
Yeah.
Just buy that motorbike if it's more practical for you. Other teachers are buying cars, taking loans, other staff members, other colleagues. You know you don't live far. You're actually living nearby, just walking to school, walking to work and back.
Yeah.
And use that money to plant some cucumbers, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining something that is all unique. It's not common, but after researching, melons do well here, cucumbers do well here. They're on demand there. I can rent this. Why should I take my money to all that build that big house for lizards at home? I'm not even going there anytime soon.
Yeah.
Many people are aware. Many men are aware which way they should go. They just don't have the emotional energy to be different from the rest of the people and follow that path.
Yeah.
The second thing for men to do is to quit the rat race. I give you the permission. All men needed is, am I okay if I do that? You're okay. Go. Go that way. Build your legacy. Follow your heart, your conviction. In the end, they will call you a legend. because you are building legacy all along.
Yeah.
It comes from building, doesn't just happen. Yes.
Whew. I know I said I was listening for my son, but I heard for myself as well. Thank you for that.
Most welcome.
That's beautiful. So you're telling them to quit the rat race, build a legacy.
Yes.
And quit the pack, get partners.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I want to read something from Before You Say I Do that I really liked, and I'd like you to unpack a little bit. Be as noble and as honorable as she is, and you will win her as naturally as a magnet finds iron. On this level, you win by investing in yourself more than you do by performing superficial acts and gimmicks.
Exactly. Real women want to see how solid you are.
Yeah.
They may not be entertained by theatrics. When you show them charm and affection, let
Yeah.
it be real and authentic. It's creative, it's poetic even,
Yeah.
but it's so real. It's not contrived, it's not obsession, it's not over trying, it's not a compensation for insecurity and feeling lonely and desperate and you want somebody to fill the void.
Yeah.
You're not coming from there.
Yeah.
You're coming from a place of preparedness to journey with a queen all your life. And even as you describe what you want,
Yeah.
even if she doesn't accept it, she'll compliment it.
Yes.
Say, I like it. Keep searching, you'll find the right person.
Yeah.
Many times, the right women will appreciate a man who has gone the way to become a gentleman, calm, grounded, present, organized, visionary, truthful, honest. That is the most sexy thing. That woman feels secure.
Yes.
She feels safe.
Yes.
And she can trust your word.
Yes.
Yes.
This is a very interesting read. Please get it. It's full of Benjamin's convictions and pearls of wisdom. Before You Say I Do, you can get it on www.benjaminzuluglobal.com or on the WhatsApp number on your screen.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heartmans. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.